So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was the main event. But before I talk about the main event, we gotta talk about a few things. Like we see Seth Rollins get interviewed, and Seth Rollins just talking about how he is the star on Monday Night Raw and all that stuff, and how he's the face of Raw. And then all of a sudden he gets interrupted by Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley looks at him. He goes like, "You're not the face of Raw. I am the face of Raw, because if you're not, you got all these colors on, but you don't got gold on, and if you don't got gold on, you're not the face of Raw." So yeah, that's what Lashley said. And it looks like they got a match next week for the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins, one-on-one next week. So yeah, the match has now been made, and not only that, Austin Theory versus Kevin Owens is going to be another match for Raw next week. So yeah, 2 matches planned for next week for Raw. They're going to be pretty good ones. But then after that, we see like the Miz in his house getting interviewed and stuff, and then Maurice, his kids comes up, and Maurice comes up and all that stuff, talking about don't worry about that Dexter Lumis guy, he won't be showing up or nothing. And while they was talking, he was just looking out the window, and the Miz was like, "Well, you're right, let's go out then." And then Miz and Maurice gets in the car, leaves out, and then we see Dexter Lumis inside the house. And he drew a picture of Miz, Maurice, and his kids. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then we get to the main event. It was Edge versus Dominik Mysterio with Rhea Ripley at ringside in a one-on-one match in the main event. It was an okay match. We get to the ending. Dominik starts, getting control of this match, but then Edge got Dominik tied up to the ropes and stuff, and then starts punching him in the face and slapping him and all that stuff. And Rhea Ripley's telling the referee to get him to stop and all that stuff. And Edge continued to do it, and then he was going to hit a spear onto him while he's tied up on the ropes. But then Rey Mysterio gets in front of him, saying, "No, don't do this. This is my son," and all that stuff. "You should not be doing this to my son." And the Edge grabs him, pushes him away. Rey comes up, grabs Edge again. Edge pushes him away again. And then that's when Damian Priest comes up, dragging Rey Mysterio out of the ring, and then tossing him towards the announce table and stuff, beating him down. Then Finn Balor gets in the ring, attacking Edge. It led to disqualification. So yeah, Edge defeated Dominik Mysterio by disqualification, and the Judgment Day starts beating down Edge. Rhea Ripley has a steel chair, beating him down with the steel chair, and then Dominik grabs the steel chair, beating him in the legs and stuff with the chair. And then that's when they set up the steel chair, like, where you can sit down in. And then they put Edge's leg onto it. And then Finn Balor climbs at the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the coup de grace onto Edge's leg. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, it was okay and all that stuff. What happened after the match was pretty good, but the match itself was okay. So yeah, for all that stuff, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. But for match of the night, either I gotta say it was Johnny Gargano and Chad Gable, or Matt Riddle and Finn Balor. Those 2 matches was pretty good. If you haven't yet, go check out those matches. Damage Control winning the Women's Tag Team Championships was pretty good. That was great. Bianca defending her Raw Women's title match was okay. Omos return is just him, not a big deal. But and then Kevin Owens' segment with Austin Theory was pretty good. So yeah, tonight's Monday Night Raw, it was an okay episode. For tonight's Raw, I'll give it 7.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was an okay episode. I'll say it was probably a little bit better than last week's episode. But yeah, next week's episode is going to probably be a little bit more better. Not even going to lie. But yeah, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bagels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later, until then.